Welcome to Season 12 of the Social Work Rants Podcast, providing an inside look of the social work mental health profession. Social work being political, the struggles of social work entrepreneurship, the intersectionality of mental health and finances as it relates to social work and society as a whole. Let's get it. Hope you enjoy. Hello, social workers, mental health professionals, and change agents. Welcome to another episode of the Social Work Rants Podcast. I'm your host, Pash Moreno. Saludos a todos. Greetings, everybody. Thank you for tuning in, tapping in wherever you are watching or listening to the podcast. I appreciate all the love and support. It is Super Bowl weekend, one of the biggest events, definitely in the United States, if not the country. And most importantly, I got the Puerto Rican hat on. If you're watching on the YouTube, it is Benito Bowl, Bad Bunny Bowl weekend. And very excited. I'm not really excited about the big game. No, my New York Giants have been trash all year for the most part, and they ruined getting a high draft pick by winning the last couple games. So that's neither here or there. I did want to talk about the significance of this weekend. Yes, it's not your typical social work related podcast, but it relates to self care. A lot of people watch the Super Bowl mainly for the commercials, even though the last couple of years the commercials have been trash for the most part. Uh, if you're into the halftime show, depending who's the artist is, you're just watching the game for the halftime show. Uh, Specifically, like this year regarding Bad Bunny, a lot of people are excited. There's a lot of people extremely upset about it. Uh, Too bad. Um, but Latinos, Hispanics, we've been through so much these last several years. It's not even before pandemic, like for so long, especially ever since, even before Trump decided to run for president, but especially but as candidate Trump, um, and just talking about, you know, us in a negative light, or just any country of color in a negative light. And then being president and doing all the things that he's been doing the first term and now this term, he's like took it to another level. As we, seeing all the videos regarding ICE, um, arresting and killing folks. Literally saw on the news just this morning as this recording, um, a Latino male was found dead in a detention center near Philly. Um, and of course, Department of Homeland Security, are basically lying through their teeth as they've been doing. Um, they say one thing and then without really saying what the actual truth is. So uh, it's just a lot going on. And I know a few weeks ago, I said there's not enough self care in the world to really, take care of us. Like, not enough self care in the world to deal with all the nonsense that many of us have been dealing with, have been feeling with. Uh, looking on your phone is like literally just constant, you know, collective trauma that we are all seeing on a daily basis with these ICE raids and what the administration is doing and what they should be doing. And we're still dealing with inflation. Our food prices are still high. Like we have an affordability crisis in America. we already know mental health has been a crisis for a long time, and mental health is just getting worse. A lot of people getting, thousands and thousands of people getting laid off. Seems like by the day. Uh, I just saw the news, like literally like over 220,000 people who have filed for unemployment benefits. So that number, I'm surprised, is not even higher considering all the layoffs that's been happening across different, you know, sec- sectors of jobs. So it's a lot happening all at once. But let's take those 15 minutes, dive into this. mm, I know it's going to be a masterpiece of a performance. Last year, Kendrick Lamar, the symbolism of what he did last year during the Super Bowl is chef's kiss. But I expect that and hoping to see even more of that. And I would love to see some pettiness. Like, you know, if it was me, I would go upstage and be like, taking a paper towel, and like, you mad that I'm here? Just like how Trump, when he went to Puerto Rico, and he literally threw paper towel at folks after Hurricane Maria. Um, like, yeah, mad that I'm here. Here's a paper towels, and wipe your alligator tears. That would be me. Uh, uh, so I want to see something like that. If he brings out guests, as long as he don't bring out Cardi B, even though she's already going to be there supporting her man. But it would make sense for her to perform. But I don't want her touching the stage. That's just me. But the significance of the first solo Latin artist being Puerto Rican to perform is uh, yes, he is a U.S. citizen. I hope that all of my listeners who listen to the podcast know Puerto Rico is a U.S. citizen. So anybody watching, I don't know, maybe on the YouTube side that don't know, Puerto Rico is we are U.S. citizens. You're born in Puerto Rico, you are a U.S. citizen, which leads to all the history of the colonization that's taken place through its history. Um, Shout out to Brian Baez. He always talks politics online, and he did a Zoom call yesterday talking basically the history of Puerto Rico. It was like, beautifully done, um, and just Puerto Rico being used as a territory. The only reason we even became U.S. citizens is because they wanted to draft Puerto Rican men into like World War I, and we fought all the wars the U.S. has fought, like World War I, World War II. Puerto Ricans, we've been a part of that, and using an island, a small island that's part of Puerto Rico called Vieques, and using that to like test bombs and different things like that, and roadside bombs, to the point that there's a section of the island of Puerto Rico, at least when I went there in 2007, there's part of the island of Vieques that's blocked off that you can't get to because there's still like literally like landmines that on the ground and things of that nature, like that is dangerous for the public to go to. So just all of that, you know, history, colonization, there's been several referendums of folks on the island voting what their status should be, and the the U.S. Congress refuses to acknowledge what the people want. Then I believe it was 2024 they did a new referendum, or recently within the last couple of years they did a new referendum, and actually a lot of folks actually want independence. It still laws. People preferred statehood over independence, but it was the most votes for independence in like the history of the vote, and I'm sure that will continue to rise. And of course, the governor of Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico does have a governor like the mainland or all 50 states on the mainland does, but she's a huge Trump supporter. Um, Definitely not. She's been an airhead, for lack of a better word, ever since the hurricane and Maria that took place. Not really for the people. Not necessarily. So I'm not like the major expert in terms of what's happening PR. Like literally, when I went to Puerto Rico, this past summer was the first time I've been on the island since 2007. And of course, Hurricane Maria came, the earthquakes of 2020 that people don't talk about anymore that took place. So a lot has happened on the island um, since the last time I went there. But I know, going back to self care, take those 12 to 15 minutes of his performance, however long he's going to perform for, is soak it in, dance your asses off, wherever you're going to be at, would be your living room, you can go to your friend's house, whoever, like listen to the words, pay attention to the symbolism, you know, just really soak everything in. If he brings surprises, great, just enjoyed that time. You could, block all the noise from from day in, day out responsibilities, clients, progress notes, treatment plans, and really those 15 up to 15 minutes, 12, 15 minutes, however long they give performers to perform. I know it's less than 15 minutes, but soak all that in, be free, live in the moment, and just enjoy. Just enjoy that time to express yourself, see his performance, enjoy the performance. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Bad Bunny fan. Definitely when he first started, I couldn't I couldn't stand. He was doing all that Spanish trap. I'm not a Spanish trap fan at all, but his progression to where he is now, to like basically almost global status. Enjoy it. Um, I'm looking forward to it. I got my at least the top part of my outfit over planned out, ready to go. Um, I'm excited for it. I hope you're excited for it too. You know, Definitely those just block everything for that 12 to 15 minutes. For my non-football fans, hopefully, depending on the speed of the game, hopefully there'll be little to no penalties in the first half. Uh, Approximate time of performance could be anywhere between 7:30, 8 o'clock um, for the halftime performance. So hopefully the referees don't blow the whistle until the second half, because most of us are just watching the game for the halftime show. I'm a football fan, but I could care less who really win the game. Even though I know some Patriot fans that I can make fun of if they lose, but you know it's all about Bad Bunny this weekend and that performance. So the self care is all about that 12, 15 minutes. I can't emphasize that enough. To enjoy it, dance your ashes off, like pretend you're seeing them in concert, and you wear your fly gear in the house, where you got your flags. Even though you're not Puerto Rican, get some Puerto Rican gear for that 15 minutes, and enjoy it because we out here, we've been doing the good work for a long time. We still in the mental health crisis. We see our clients day in, day out. We do our work to the best of our ability. You know, mm, social work didn't, grad schools didn't prepare us to do social work during a pandemic, during this affordability crisis, everything that's been happening with the administration. Grad schools didn't prepare us for none of this. So we out here doing the work the best that we possibly can, and we need to enjoy ourselves, even if it was like these 12 to 15 minutes during a Super Bowl performance. So, uh, and enjoy the game. You like football, enjoy the game. Hopefully, it will be a good competitive game. Um, and yeah, but just going back to the history and just uh, where we at right now. Not, you know, Puerto Rico can't vote for the presidency, can't vote for, you know, even though we have a House of Representatives, or but it's like they have like no power, no say so what happens within the U.S. mainland government. So whatever the government wants to do, the mainland wants to do for Puerto Rico, they can because this colony's status. So that's what a lot of people want. You know, we want our independence, and so just everything. As the image of Donald Trump shooting free throws, basically throwing paper towel like he's shooting free throws at folks after after the hurricane. That's forever etched in my mind. And I know I need to do my own research. Still, you know, there's a lot of colorism within our community, and anti-blackness that exists because there were still a lot of Puerto Ricans, even my own family members, that still voted for Agent Orange, and I need to read a book as you know why that is, like, because he did all that during that time and is like not really helping us, but then he runs for president again, and you don't remember what he did during the hurricane. So uh crazy, and he's out here just acting the fool day in, day out, acting the fool. So again, enjoy those 12, 15 minutes, however long he performing. Embrace the symbolism. Hopefully, uh, goes all the way in. Even though the NFL is like, you can't do no political statements, just go all the way in. And hopefully he does that. I'm sure he will. Um, and just enjoy. Never thought I'd say this. Bad Bunny giving me like self care. Just we need to take the whatever things that you're looking forward to. Like, can't wait to this get here. Can't wait to this get here, and just because it's a lot happening, and protect your peace by any means necessary. And on that note, peace, y'all.